It was a crisp morning in Boca Chica, Texas. Elon Musk sat in his office at SpaceX's headquarters, his desk littered with design blueprints, mission timelines, and a half-empty cup of coffee. The hum of innovation filled the building as engineers worked tirelessly on the next launch, Starship 9, which was set to be a game-changer. It was supposed to be the first fully reusable rocket to complete a round trip to Mars and back. Elon had barely taken a sip of his coffee when his assistant, Claire, entered the room. She held a plain white envelope in her hand, her expression unreadable. "This just came for you," she said, placing the envelope on his desk. Elon frowned. "Hand-delivered?" Claire nodded. "Yes, but the courier didn't wait for a response. He just left." Elon's fingers hovered over the envelope. It bore no markings, no stamp, and no return address. Only his name was written on it in neat black ink. He opened it carefully. Inside was a single sheet of paper with a typed message. "Your next rocket will not return. Stop the launch or face the consequences." Elon's lips pressed into a thin line as he read the note. For a man who had spent his life defying odds, skepticism came naturally. He placed the note down and leaned back in his chair. "Is this someone's idea of a prank?" he muttered. Claire, sensing his irritation, asked, "Should I report it to security?" Elon shook his head. "No, let's not jump to conclusions. It's probably just some troll who got too creative." But deep down, something about the note unsettled him. By the afternoon, Elon had dismissed the incident from his mind, focusing instead on the upcoming launch. But Claire, concerned by the note's ominous tone, discreetly handed it over to SpaceX's security team. Within hours, they discovered something peculiar. The paper contained trace amounts of an uncommon adhesive used in industrial-grade equipment, suggesting it had been prepared by someone with access to specialized resources. When Elon was informed of this, he couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. "So, it's not just a random troll?" "It doesn't look like it," said Marcus, the head of security. "We're tracing all deliveries to the facility in the last 48 hours, but this wasn't logged in any of the usual ways." "Could it be someone internal?" Elon asked. Marcus hesitated. "We're not ruling that out." Elon nodded, his mind already racing through possibilities. If someone inside SpaceX was involved, the implications were troubling. 3 days later, just as the team was preparing for a critical test of Starship 9's engines, Elon received another note. This time, it was slipped under the door of his private quarters at the facility. The message was identical, except for one addition. "Your next rocket will not return. This is your final warning." Elon held the note tightly, his jaw clenching. He immediately summoned Marcus and Claire. "This is no coincidence," he said, handing the note to Marcus. "Find out how this got past security. I want answers." Claire asked cautiously, "Do you think we should postpone the launch?" Elon shook his head. "No. If anything, this makes me want to see it succeed even more. Whoever is behind this wants us to fail. That's not happening." Despite his outward confidence, the notes weighed heavily on him. For the first time in years, he felt a pang of doubt. 2 nights before the launch, an unexpected event shook the team. SpaceX's main server experienced a breach. Though it was quickly contained, the breach appeared to target files related to Starship 9. Elon was alerted immediately. "Do we know what they accessed?" he asked, pacing in the control room. "Nothing critical," said Karen, the head of IT, "but they were definitely looking for schematics and flight data. It's almost as if they wanted to understand the rocket's vulnerabilities." Elon's mind worked rapidly. Was this related to the notes? Was someone trying to sabotage the mission? He made a decision. "Karen, I want the entire system locked down. Only essential personnel get access to mission data. And Marcus, tighten security. I don't care if people complain. I need this place airtight." Finally, launch day arrived. The mood at the facility was tense but determined. Starship 9 stood tall on the launch pad, gleaming in the sunlight. Engineers triple-checked every system, ensuring no stone was left unturned. Elon, dressed in his usual black t-shirt and jeans, addressed the team in the control room. "I know the last few days have been strange," he began, "but this is what we do. We take risks, we push boundaries, and we don't let fear stop us. Let's make history today." The team erupted into applause, their resolve strengthened. As the countdown began, everything seemed to proceed smoothly. But at T-minus 10 seconds, a warning flashed on one of the monitors. "Engine anomaly detected," an engineer announced. "Which engine?" Elon asked sharply. "Raptor 3. The readings are inconsistent." "Can we isolate it?" The team worked frantically, running diagnostics. Elon's gut told him something wasn't right. "Hold the countdown," he ordered. Just as the countdown paused, another warning appeared on the screen. "Remote access detected." Elon's heart sank. Someone was actively trying to interfere with the rocket systems. "Shut it down," he barked. "Disconnect all external access now." Karen and her team scrambled to sever the network connections. Within moments, the remote access was terminated, but the damage had been done. The anomaly in Raptor 3 couldn't be resolved remotely. "We need to physically inspect the engine," an engineer said. A team of engineers was dispatched to the launch pad to examine Raptor 3. What they found was chilling. A small, tampered device had been installed near the engine's control module. It was designed to malfunction mid-flight, causing a catastrophic failure. Elon examined the device himself once it was retrieved. It was sophisticated, far beyond the capabilities of an amateur saboteur. "Whoever did this had inside knowledge," Marcus said grimly. Elon's mind raced. Was it an internal betrayal? Or was someone on the outside feeding information to a mole? Determined to get answers, Elon authorized an internal investigation. Surveillance footage from the launch pad revealed a shadowy figure planting the device 2 nights before. The person was masked and moved with precision, evading every camera until the critical moment. Meanwhile, Marcus traced the hacking attempts back to an offshore server. The trail led to a known group specializing in corporate sabotage. "Who hired them?" Elon demanded. "We're still working on it," Marcus replied. As the investigation continued, Elon received one last note. This time, it was sent directly to his personal email. "You were warned. Next time, you won't be so lucky." Elon stared at the message, his jaw tightening. Whoever was behind this wasn't finished, but neither was he. He stood up, his resolve unshaken. If they think they can stop us, they don't know who they're dealing with. Though the launch of Starship 9 was delayed, Elon and his team used the time to implement tighter security measures and identify vulnerabilities. The saboteur was never caught, but the incident only fueled Elon's determination. As the days passed, Starship 9 eventually soared into the sky, proving that innovation could triumph over sabotage. But Elon knew one thing for certain. The battle for the future wasn't just fought in the stars, it was fought here on Earth, too.